Okay, welcome. This is the Woebringer, and this is going to be a little tutorial on last hitting. So I've just opened a custom game, put one bot in, just to show you, some enemies. So it's not just a straight me killing minions. So custom games are the best way to practice last hitting at first. If you're not confident enough to start doing it in games, custom games are where it's at. So a little before about why we want to last hit before these minions spawn. So the ideal setup in the laning phase is to have your creeps right around where my cursor is, right here, because you have the protection of the tower right here. You can run right back. You're not going to get ganked if there's a jungler, right? And if you're last hitting right here, you get the creeps, then the next wave pushes up, you get the creeps, the next wave pushes up. So if you're last hitting, you're not going to push your wave hard, because if they're auto attacking and you're only last hitting, they're doing more damage overall and keeping that wave pushed right up against your tower, which is ideally where you want. You want it right before your tower so the tower doesn't steal any of your last hits. But, ideally you want it right here. But if it gets under the tower, you can still last hit. So we got some minions coming down here. So how are we going to go about last hitting? I've chosen a melee character because they're a little bit easier to get the feeling of last hitting. So last hitting is the essence of timing, obviously. You have to anticipate how much health you can do. Currently, I can do 62 damage, so that's what I'm going to try and aim for. A little bit less because these front minions have resistances and stuff. So as you can see, I'm staying near the creeps, because if I'm too far away, I'm not going to be able to get there in time when I see a minion that's low. So I see this one getting kind of low, and I'm going to anticipate at last hit right there. So you got to remember that your creeps are going to be auto attacking this whole time. So if you want to get that last hit, say I see only one is auto attacking here. So this is going to be a slow progression. So now I'm going to attack it. I see a low ranged minion. Oh, I didn't get there in time. So you're not going to get all the creeps all the time, but you are definitely going to get a lot more than just auto attacking. As you can see, I'm last hitting. I've gotten a fair amount of creeps already. I have 4 to Nasus' 1. And I'm not auto attacking. Look at all these minions getting pushed up right next to my tower. I'm going to stall these minions a little bit so that they don't get under the tower. And there we go. Now Nasus is getting a little uppity, so I might have to kill him. But stay out of the circle. And as a little aside, don't be afraid to use your spells to get those last hits. See how I didn't auto attack Nasus, but I did. I did get those last hits anyway because I can leap right over there. Now, another thing about last hitting. As you can see, we're under the tower right now. Now, it's important to know how many hits a full health minion can take under the tower so you can estimate your last hits. A sword and shield minion or a melee minion can take 2 hits from the tower. A ranged can take 1 hit. So if you're trying to, this one's going to die. If you're trying to, last hit these minions, you're going to want to know, you don't need to know exactly. You just want to know roughly how many hits this tower is going to do to your minions. Now, this is pretty much all you're going to do in order to get better. You're going to stay pretty close. Notice how I anticipate a little bit. See this one? I'm going to start moving towards it. That ranged one they're all attacking. And I mean, this is how you're going to get better. You just sit here, you practice a little bit. Maybe rough up the basic bot, Forgo last hitting a little bit. Sorry, Nasus bot. Now, I said that you don't want to push up the minions when you're last hitting. And I kind of did that because when Nasus was dead, all these minions started piling up even though I was last hitting anyway, because now I'm doing more damage. This is okay, because I've got a pretty nice advantage now. And, I mean, if I'm going to get ganked, I have my flash as an escape route. So, we're okay. It's okay to push up every once in a while. And that's pretty much how to last hit. I'm not going to die here in my tutorial, so I can save face. And I hope you enjoyed it. Get out there, start practicing, and that'll be all.